Welcome to another tour. The vehicle that we'll be showcasing in this video is this 2000 Lexus GS 300 Platinum Series.
This GS is painted in Millennium Silver Metallic.
On the driver's door panel, you have a reflector light, some storage, speaker for your sound system, got your power window controls along with your power door locks. The driver's seat does have two-person memory. Controls for that are right here. Tweeter.
This one has the light charcoal interior with leather seat upholstery. It also has bird's eye maple wood trim as part of the Platinum Series package.
Both front seats do have full power adjustments. And now that we're behind the wheel, let's go ahead and start the engine up. On the key, you got the buttons for lock, unlock, also panic and trunk release.
Slotted below the flagship LS, the recently discontinued Lexus GS was a mid-size executive sedan that competed with the likes of the BMW 5 Series, Mercedes-Benz E-Class, Audi A6, and so on. Now the GS isn't the only mid-size executive sedan that Lexus has offered, as the Lexus ES is of a similar size. However, the ES and GS are actually quite different. While the ES is based on the Toyota Camry's front-wheel drive platform and is focused mostly on comfort, the GS utilized a rear-wheel drive platform like many other cars in this segment and was designed to be more of a luxury sports sedan. The GS made its debut for 1993 and was produced for 4 generations, with 2020 being the final model year. The first 2 generations of the GS were sold over in Japan as the Toyota Aristo, and the first generation was actually produced as early as 1991 as the Aristo before it began being sold as the Lexus GS in export markets for 93. This 2000 model we have here represents the second generation of the GS, codenamed S160, which was produced from model years 1998 through 2005, and received a refresh for 2001 that provided some subtle updates. Powertrain options in North America initially included either a 3-liter inline-6 engine or a 4-liter V8, both of which were naturally aspirated. 6-cylinder models were called the GS 300, and the V8 models were called the GS 400. However, for 2001, the 4-liter V8 was enlarged to 4.3 liters of displacement, so the GS 400 then became the GS 430 from 01 to 05. As for the GS 300 models with the straight 6 engine, this straight 6 is a 2JZ GE to be exact. Yep, it is indeed a naturally aspirated variant of the absolutely legendary 2JZ GTE twin-turbo inline-6, which of course is most famous for its use in the 4th-gen Toyota Supra. The 2000 Lexus GS was available in 2 sole variants: the GS 300 like we have here with a 220 horsepower 3-liter 2JZ GE straight 6, and the GS 400 with a 4-liter V8 making 300 horsepower. The standard transmission is a 5-speed automatic, and it has a manual shiftability function on GS 400 models. Rear-wheel drive is the standard drivetrain. The Platinum Series trim package adds some nice cosmetic upgrades. such as that bird's eye maple wood trim, chrome exhaust tips, black pearl exterior badges, Platinum Series emblems on the front fenders and floor mats, and those 7-spoke alloy rims. In Lexus's 2000 lineup of rear-wheel drive based sedans, the midsize executive GS is slotted below the full-size flagship LS.
In the instrument cluster, you have 4 analog gauges, along with an luminescent background. You get your tachometer, speedometer, temperature gauge, and fuel gauge. These buttons right here, you can reset it, reset the trip meter, or you can toggle between your odometer, trip A, and trip B. Digital display as well. It has a 3-spoke design, leather-wrapped steering wheel, perforated leather on the sides. It does have your cruise control stalk mounted to it. The steering wheel is power, tilt, and telescopic. And as you can see, when you put the key in the ignition, the steering wheel will automatically tilt back down to where you last had it. And when you take the key out, it'll raise all the way up, so to make it easier to get in and out. The parking brake is foot operated. Got your power mirror controls, panel dim, air vent for the driver. Got your exterior lighting stalk. Right here you got your wiper stalk. Going down the center of the interior, you got your hazard light button, a digital clock, air vents. You got some of the controls for your dual zone automatic climate controls. And here is your touch screen infotainment system with navigation. And you got some of the shortcut buttons for that. We'll go over that in a bit. Got your radio controls, volume power knob, seat track, AM, FM, cassette tape, CD, scan, audio control. You can get bass, mid, treble, all that stuff. You push that. Cassette player, lighter and ashtray or storage and power outlet. More of that wood grain trim. Cup holders next to the shifter. Here, you've got a drive mode selector, got power mode, you've also got a snow mode, got the controls for your single stage heated front seats, and your vehicle stability control toggle. It has a 2-tiered center console. There's also a power outlet in there. The glove box is lockable. Got your CD changer in there. Both sun visors do have vanity mirrors and lights. The front passenger and rear passengers also have grab handles. And looking at the overhead console, first of all, you got an auto-dimming rearview mirror, got your garage home link, overhead lighting, And the controls for your power sunroof. Also tilt, open up this vent. Finally, we'll go over this touchscreen infotainment system. Now, this is the oldest car that I've ever been in with navigation, an actual touchscreen. So, right now we're on menu. Basically have some of your options for navigation. But see, touchscreen works fine, as you would use a new touchscreen. Basically some trip info, got some settings. That's when you put menu, it takes you back to here. Push audio, your screen, got different stations to choose from. Push climate, and you can control climate control from here. Let's go, got air conditioning, got your different zones. As you can see, it changes when you do the touchscreen. And then you push map, and there's your navigation map. Got the same zoom in, zoom out. This was, I'm sure, I can imagine back 20 years ago, checking this out, this was absolute state of the art. And now we'll have a look at the engine bay, but not before rolling down the driver's window. All 4 windows are fully automatic. So got your electronic fuel cap and trunk releases.
The Platinum Series package adds these upgraded 7-spoke 16-inch alloy rims. Powering the GS300 is the 2JZ GE 3-liter dual overhead cam, 24-valve, naturally aspirated inline-6 engine with continuously variable valve timing with intelligence. It produces 220 horsepower at 5,800 RPM and 220 pound-feet of torque at 3,800 RPM. This engine is paired to a 5-speed automatic transmission with low-gear selection, and the GS is rear-wheel drive. Running on required premium unleaded with a 19.8-gallon fuel tank, fuel economy estimates are about 19 mpg city and 24 highway. As for the suspension, the GS utilizes a front and rear double wishbone setup, and stopping the GS are disc brakes at all 4 wheels, with the front ones being ventilated. The 2000 GS300 weighs in at roughly 3,600 pounds.
As you saw earlier, the fuel cap is on the driver's side. On the rear door panel, you got another reflector light, speaker for your sound system, window switch, ashtray, or you could use it as storage. Got your rear air vents. Both front seats have storage pockets on the backs. Nice big drivetrain hump. Let you know this thing is definitely rear-wheel drive. In addition to the grab handles, you've also got coat hooks back here and little lights. You've also got a folding rear center armrest with 2 cup holders. Dual exhaust.
Trunk space in the GS is 14.8 cubic feet.
And that will conclude this tour of this 2000 Lexus GS300 Platinum Series. Thanks for watching.